It's going to be quite an action-packed debate this afternoon. Firstly, the motion of no confidence in President Cyril Ramaphosa, and then later the motion of no confidence in cabinet. Of course, that motion against the president has been sponsored by the ATM, and I'm now joined by ATM President Mr. Vuyo Zungula. Mr. Zungula, firstly, you've had exchanges with the Speaker in the past 24 hours. Whether is this motion going to continue? Why are you not going to participate?
Thank you, Bulelani. Firstly, the matter is still before the courts. Therefore, it can't be that the Speaker forces the motion to continue, whereas there is conflict between us and the Speaker. She does not want a secret ballot. We want a secret ballot. The courts are still to judge on the merits of the case. Therefore, for her to say we must continue with the matter, that is still before the courts. It is a breach of the rules of Parliament. Rule 89 does stipulate that we can't proceed on a matter that is still before the courts. Secondly, she wants us to withdraw the motion. We can't withdraw a motion because last time there was such an issue, we had to postpone the motion up until the courts had made a determination. Now she wants us to withdraw, and she says she can't make a determination herself on whether to remove it on the order paper, whereas she's the one alone that decided that the date the motion will be debated is on the 30th. It was not the programming committee. Now she passes over the responsibility to the programming committee, and if that is the case, on Monday already she knew that that is what the court had decided. She could have urgently called a programming committee to deal with the matter, but she did not. So we as the ATM want to reiterate, the motion is not withdrawn, and the motion is not going to take place today. The motion is postponed.
But according to the Speaker's statement that was issued, is that the debate will still go ahead. What's your response?
I want to reiterate, akho debate izokwenzeka because Parliament must not be allowed to break its own rules, because the rules are very clear. It can't be that at all of these times, parties in Parliament were preaching about respecting court processes, and if a matter is before the court, then Parliament can't participate in any debate. Now that it is an ATM that is sponsoring a motion, and the subject of the debate is the question of the secret ballot is before the court, she wants the motion to proceed. We can't do that. We as the ATM are going to fight for the principle to emerge in our Parliament, and not have a Parliament that is emotional when it comes to dealing with matters. We want to stick to the principle.
Are you going to go into the House today?
Definitely, I'm going to go into the House and reiterate that Speaker and all of the members that in the House respect the rules of Parliament. ATM did not make those rules. Rule 89 is very clear. The Parliament must respect the rules of Parliament. Then we can have a healthy and functional Parliament. But if you got a Parliament that is undermining its own rules, then it means this is a mockery that we are part of.
Lastly, then, what if the Speaker goes according to her wishes and the debate continues? What are you going to do as the ATM?
In accordance to the law, if the Speaker forces a debate, and a debate that is a contravention of Parliament's own laws, then that debate becomes null and void. It is something that is illegal, unlawful, in accordance to the rules of Parliament. As a politic, Bulelani, we are just talking about the rules of Parliament here, and we just want Parliament to respect its own rules, and want the Speaker not to be partisan, because all parties, majority parties, you were there in the meeting where majority of the opposition parties said the preferred method of voting, it is a secret ballot. Yena alone, she wants the manner of voting to be done by means of an open ballot. It means she's not a speaker that is fair. She's not a speaker that takes into account the views of 13 other political parties, but she's a speaker that is only interested about the views of one party, and a party oyibonayo nje ukuba ayinakwa future pe South Africa.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Vuyo Zungula, the President of the African Transformation Movement. We're going to leave it at that, Zinga, for now, and we'll cross back to you in studio.